So this is kind of special. So for those that don't know, that's my mom and dad back there.
Those two artists right there made this artist.
So, and then I slept with that artist.
And we made two more artists.
And then we made two more artists who are now out there having breakfast with other artists.
That's true. It's the Elfman artist continuum.
So the two cool cats that opened this podcast is my mom and my dad.
Rhonda and Rick.
Hey, you know what I was thinking about, guys?
Richard Elfman and Rhonda Saboff.
I was trying to think about putting your Instagram names, but then I forgot. I know, Mom, you do, but I don't know if you do, Pop. Do you have an Instagram account?
He doesn't know. I already asked him. He's like, I think I do. Someone did it. I don't know.
You have a Twitter. You have a Twitter account, a Tweeter twatter.
Oh, he's got a twatter.
You got a twatter account. And Mom, you have an Instagram account. All right, so let's to get it right, because my mom and dad are kind of cool artists and they're fun. So my mom's Instagram account is
Conga Momo, CONGAMOMO.
Conga, what is
Momo.
it? Congo?
No.
Conga
Momo.
Okay, good. So she's at Conga Momo. Mm-hmm. And then my dad, Richard Elfman, his twatter account is on Facebook.
Oh, Facebook.
Facebook.
Richard Elfman?
Richard Elfman at Facebook.
Richard Elfman.
You guys could check him out. So the story of my mom and dad is a far out one. And that's not even what we're going to talk about.
I'm so glad they don't have mics at this very moment.
I know. We'll actually have them on properly. But the story of my mom and dad is that I was the product of a one-night stand. I'm a one-night stand kid. And I think we can talk about that properly when they're on, and we'll just let them. So congratulations.
They're shaking hands right now.
Well done, guys.
That was a nice little 1969 night of love.
That may have been 68.
68. Yeah, it was.
Would have been 68.
They had sex in 1968, and you were born in 1969.
October 68, right, Mom? Right. Good. So
it was the harvest of love. It was the harvest of Bodhi.
So we'll it was a Bodhi harvest. So Jenna wanted to do this morning. I had a million reasons why I didn't want to do it.
Well, Bodhi's idea was like, oh, he had this song, and then he thought, let's have my dad come, and he wanted me to play drums and dad to play conga. And I was like, no, let's have your mom and dad play conga, no other song, make their own music, because it was them making music that made you.
Both my parents, both my mom and my dad, were never together. They were friends, and then they had a hookup, which apparently
but they were playing together, and they got inspired by each other.
But they are both play instruments, and they both play drums. They're both great conga players, and they're both great artists. And my mom is an amazing artist,
an amazing visual artist,
and my father is a fantastic writer and a director and a producer, and his films are out there to be seen. And my mom's art is out there to be seen. But we'll have a proper time with them, because I have an unusual situation. I have more. Well, I'm unusual in all kinds of regards. There's other podcasts you can refer back to. Everyone's a Lesbian. To go back to
that podcast.
To that podcast, but that'll be another time, because that in itself is its own podcast. Of that, I haven't found many people that fit into this category. But regardless, we thought it'd be fun to open on them playing congas and just have them sit in the background. I like to put my parents in the back seat where they belong.
Hey, it wasn't Rocco that time.
It's not the dog. Has it always been my dad this entire time?
Oh, maybe it was.
It was Rico, not Rocco.
Rico.
It was Rico Elfman.
That's hilarious.
Okay, so
it's a rainy, windy day here in Los Angeles.
So it's raining in LA, which means no one knows what to do.
And your mom pointed out
people are eating their young.
That there's going to be tornadoes in Los Angeles. So that'll be fun. Maybe we'll get blown away like Dorothy mid podcast.
The good news about the podcast or today is that this started. It was a horrible, fucked up week for me.
Oy vey!
And now I feel in a better mood because I'm having my mom and my dad on the podcast, and it makes me happy. But my wife and I went to a Lakers game the other night, and we had an amazing night, and then got into a really fucked up fight afterwards.
But we had an amazing night.
An amazing night.
Like amazing, so much fun. Except for the fact that the Lakers didn't win.
Oh, they almost won.
And the refs called a fucked up, badass, stupid fucking bad call.
It was a bad call at the end of the game.
Made the Lakers win.
Would have been a big upset. Would have been amazing.
That was an annoying ending. It was such a good game the whole night.
And then we got into a fight on the way home. It was really effed up. Everything okay
I
there?
wasn't mad at him.
All technical
He
specs are
lost
okay?
his shit with me. I was just trying to get us home. And he was being very annoying as the co-pilot. I wasn't mad at you. You lost your shit with me with the window down and a homeless guy staring at you go off on me.
So here's...
Bodhi, what's your theory about like a successful relationship? The woman talks and the guy just nods.
Yeah, as long as I
you're
nod, it's going to
violating
be
your-
okay. Yeah.
He was like, what? 10 times? Fine, here, you take the map. Oh, whoa. And the homeless dude's standing there, and because Bodhi's window was down, and we were at a red light, and the homeless dude was like, whoa. And I was just like, honey. And then we ended up, what I thought, I explained what was happening on how you had the sound off on Waze, and you were
Can we
telling
take it
me.
back further? Should we?
Go, you start. Tell me what jacked you up so
There
bad.
is an application on phones that gives directions. It's called Waze, W-A-Z-E, and we use it a lot to get where we're going. It gives directions. Jenna uses it and I use it, but we use it differently. Mm-hmm. I don't like the sound of the instructions continually cutting
he's a
off.
control freak and doesn't like anyone telling him what to do, including some fucking electronic bitch on Waze.
Okay, no. I mean, yeah, yes, dear. Yes, dear.
Yes.
So I don't like to use sound, so I just look at the Waze map.
And holds it the whole time he's driving in this like
Jenna,
continual doubt, and he's always
Continual
doubting the directions of Waze.
they're always wrong. Okay, so
Control
they
freak.
get the general
Doesn't
idea.
trust anybody.
Okay, so listen, this is a good point. So, because your viewpoint is that always listen to Waze, don't deviate, stay on the marked path. The trail has been blazed by Waze. Stay on it. Follow the instructions. Don't deviate. Must maintain integrity.
I'm gonna send you to the military academy for like a semester.
That was his whole threat as a teenager.
You should.
My dad, every time I acted up, he'd be like, he even would go so far. Hang on. He would even do like, I called them and I'm filling out the forms. And I don't think he did, but that was like.
You threatened him with military
Because
school?
I was such a.
Came so close.
I,
No. Picture, he wants to be the general, but he's just a little kid in a little body. He is the general now, with his co-general here, the beautiful lady sitting to his side.
I should have mics for them.
You came close, son. You came very close.
You shoulda. You
So,
shoulda.
I gotta have them back with mics. It's so stupid. I have everything fucking here for them. I have my new mics. I have everything. Okay, so every time I was an insanely fucked up kid and wild, and he would constantly, and my mom had no idea what to do because I was.
I can't imagine being
really
your
inappropriate.
mother.
She tried her fucking best, and.
She doesn't remember anything she said. She blocked that out.
So my dad would do military scares on me. He'd be like, I've called them and they're expecting you. I've got the forms filled out.
I'd love to see you have to fulfill the order of a drill sergeant.
Do you know the
Do you know
most-
that would like warm my heart?
The most fucked up
I'd be
thing
like,
about the whole
"Oh,
thing
he's following orders."
is actually it would have been the best thing that could have ever happened to me because I was so like uncontrollable. I wouldn't listen to anyone. I was fucked up. Like I was just like I thought that I was in charge, but I was like a train.
He was grounded more days than he had free.
Grounded more than he was free.
I remember. Okay, no.
You should just write a book called Grounded.
My God, I remembered so many times in my fucking room with I wasn't allowed to leave the threshold of my room. Like I was trapped in my room, and
Did he put like one of those electronic zapper things? So
Well-
if you cross the threshold, you get electrocuted?
like
a dog
in
zap
my mom's
mat?
house, she would stand outside my room and look at me and not let me come out. My dad would just go out and do life and stay, and I'd be trapped in my room. They're different houses.
Yeah.
So my dad was like, I could sneak out and do things. My mom would be like, she'd stand right there for hours.
I could see her doing
She'd stand right there for 8 fucking hours just to make sure I didn't leave my room. I would just stand at the threshold. Okay, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Waze. So Jenna likes to follow the instruction of this manual, and
So sue me.
and so
I don't find it fun to doubt every single.
I'm trying to get the.
All
So
right, go, talk.
Well, here's what happened. So it kept giving us wrong instructions, actual wrong instructions. Right, Jenna? Right, Jenna? Right, Jenna? Wrong instructions.
Okay, here's the thing. Yeah, it gave us a wrong instruction.
Several of them.
But look, I've said this before. Just because there's like 2 ways you could say something.
Yep.
Oh, that was wrong. Okay, so let's go around the corner. That's fun. Like what I said in the car, I go, that's weird. I could have just turned left here. Why do I have to go around the block? It's giving us wrong instructions. I have to doubt the entire thing now. As opposed to, oh, that was wrong. All right, cool. So just turn up here. Okay.
So she'd say,
Happy. But no, it's like this.
so I'd say, make a left onto the freeway. And she'd say, it's blocked. You can't get on the freeway. I was
Well,
like,
no, the lane-
what do I do? And I was like, I don't know what to do. It says fucking make a left on the freeway. There's a road sign. It's blocked.
Yeah, but that's why I was getting frustrated with you as my co-pilot because I was like, oh, no, that lane's blocked, and that's the only lane that once you turn gets on the freeway, and it's only freeway entrances on that turn. You can't go anywhere, so I'm going to go around.
This sweet little lady of mine, her
Roar!
recounting the story, she's so sweet when she recounts the story.
I actually was being
The
sweet.
actual tone was like, well, I can't get on the freeway. What do I tell me what to do? Tell me what to do. Like you were
'Cause
shrill
you were
and
sitting
mean.
going,
So after 5 of these things happened with the stupid fucking application giving us wrong directions, I went,
he lost his shit.
I went, you know what? Take it. And I gave her my fucking phone, and here's what happened. Here's what my wife did. So she's driving the car. She's got the phone in her hand because I was tired of getting yelled at for giving wrong instructions when all I was doing was following the instructions that she wanted me to follow. So this is my wife driving. Get ready.
Get ready. I didn't have my glasses.
So I went, she can't see a fucking thing. So I took it back.
Because you didn't have the sound on. Because you don't like hearing a woman give you instructions, asshole.
She couldn't see a fucking thing. So all I see in the corner of my eye is this. So I went, well.
And I said, turn the sound on. Turn the sound on so I can hear.
So I took the fucking phone back because she couldn't see anything, which, by the way, I didn't want to say until now, made me really nervous while being in the passenger seat. Because I was now worried that she couldn't, because part of the things we were fighting about is I'd say, make a left, make a right on Cesar Chavez.
Yeah, but you wouldn't tell me if it's in a mile or in 1 block, so I didn't know
because I
which
could
lane
see the
I had to
sign.
be
It's
in.
right there, Cesar Chavez. And I realized now you couldn't see the sign. So when I
haven't gotten my glasses done yet.
when I said make a right at Cesar Chavez, you were like a wombat in a you were like a night wombat in a bright stadium. So you were like, you couldn't basically see anything. And I didn't want to say until now, the reason we fought is because you couldn't fucking see anything, and I was too shy to say you can't see anything.
No, you were too fucking control freak to turn Waze off of mute and actually put the sound on so that I could hear where I'm supposed to go so I could navigate.
After I realized that I was doing everything wrong, Waze was wrong, and my wife couldn't see, I took the fucking phone back, and then it continued to give wrong instructions, and then finally, bad Bodhi, she was like, that's not right. How am I supposed to make a right? And I was like, okay, take the fucking phone. Just take the fucking phone. Take the fucking phone.
No, but it went on and on. You're like, 10 times. I told you 10 times. Take the fucking phone. 10 times. I done the last 10 times. I told you what to do. It's wrong last 10 times. 10 times. And that's the part the homeless guy
then
heard.
I
He's
turned
just
it-
like, 10 times. 10 times. Like, take the fucking phone. 10 times. I told you.
So then I turned into a dick. I was like,
I
take
think
the fucking
that
phone.
homeless
Take the fucking
dude-
phone. I told you 10 times. The Waze is wrong. Why don't you just do it all? I just fucking. And I was actually thinking in my head, I'm going to get out of the car. I'm going to fucking walk home. I'll figure it out.
I think
'Cause
the
I went
homeless guy
schizo.
in that moment was like, damn, I got it better off right now. I actually think he had that thought
He was
for
like,
just
shit.
a second.
He was like, shit, I made the right choice. All roads lead to Rome. I made the right choice. So I lost my shit, and it ruined our night.
Yeah, and then we get home, and I'm like, can we, like, I don't want to go to bed like this. Like,
I
we
went,
talk. And
honey,
he's
I
all
went to
like,
a dark place. I went to a dark place.
And then we got into a whole other fight on a totally different subject.
So here's what happened.
Which won't resolve. We've still tried to talk about it.
So
Won't happen.
I went to a dark place. Understandably, I was now in a dark place. And I started thinking about all kinds of weird shit about our relationship and overbearing being a dick husband and having a wife I didn't feel, well, I didn't want to say shit.
Having a wombat wife.
So I was all weirded out, and I was like, oh my God, what's happening? I felt like I had mono. I was like, what's happening? So we're in the kitchen. We're trying to sort shit out. It's not sorting out. So Jenna's in the laundry room right
Then
next
you
to...
go to bed. You get in bed in the kids' room and close the door.
I went to bed in the kids' room with my Kindle book, and I was like, I'm going to read my World War II submarine books and go to bed. I'm done with tonight. This is fucked up. So she drags me out of bed to like, let's work this out.
I'm like,
And I know I'm in my dark place, and I don't want to say, and I've done this before. I'm like, let me just fucking have a night. I'm in my dark place, and I'm a fucking dick now.
I'm like, it was a great night. We had so much fun. This is not how it's going to end. We're not going to end like this after an amazing night.
So she drags me out of bed. I'm in
We
my
go into your office and we close the door so the kids can't, even when they're sleeping here, or we don't wake them up with any sort of.
and that didn't work itself out. So I'm gonna fast forward because that just was more arguing.
Yeah, but then we got onto a whole other subject about communication and your whole like, you have a whole other way of
Okay, so this is an
which
amazing
like-
thing. So Jenna's on my case about communication, and she says that I don't communicate clearly, and that I wasn't being clear about my instructions, and that I just talk randomly.
Well, it wasn't about the map thing. We somehow segued onto it, and it got into like how you are around the house. And then because you were like, you don't acknowledge me. How do I know it? I'm like, you don't fucking make sure you have my attention before you talk. And you're
This
like,
is really
that's
important.
your way of communicating.
This
I'm
is
like,
really
it's
this is
fucking
important.
any
Remember
sane
these words for
person's-
what we got into next. So let's be clear.
I could be outside walking the dog, and he's in his office. He's like, oh, that's how we got into it.
This was before. That's the whole fucking thing. That's the
Did
humor.
we email the
Okay,
housekeeper
so-
about the fucking
So here's
thing?
what happened. So I'm at the refrigerator. We're not making sense to anyone, but it doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're at a fight about communication. Okay, let's
Yes.
catch everyone up. We're in a fight about communication.
Heath doesn't think he needs to get my attention before he speaks to me.
I feel that
And
if
then
I speak,
say,
everyone
if
is
you
just
don't-
ready to go.
If you don't fucking respect me enough to get my attention before talking, I don't need to answer you.
Jenna likes to do a thing where this is how it should be for Jenna. Hey, Jenna.
Yeah?
Oh, okay. We'll do a live demo.
Couldn't even fucking do
Sorry.
a demo. Look
All right,
at
here
him.
we go.
His head
Here we
is
go.
so far up his ass.
Here we go. Hey, Jenna.
Yeah.
I was wondering if you would like a blueberry.
Yes, please.
Great. So
See how easy that was?
I'm sometimes doing stuff, and I'm like, hey, Jenna, you want a blueberry?
I could be out walking the fucking dog and he wouldn't even know.
So that's.
But it's not even that. That I would hear. You're like this on your computer. Hey, Jenna, do you want a blueberry?
It's still not bad.
I could be like
I
in
still-
the other room, in the toilet, or not in the toilet, in the shower.
I'm in the toilet. Just. I'm in the toilet. Is that why?
That's
Is
how
that
your
why you never hear me?
communications
Is
feel
that
to
why
me.
you never hear me?
My
Okay.
head's in the toilet.
So we're the whole night is shit. We're in the kitchen. She's right next to the fridge. I'm at the fridge. She's right next to the fridge in a
the
room,
laundry room.
very close to the fridge, where she's maybe 5 to 6 feet away. And she says something like, "Oh shit, we forgot to let someone know about this thing." And I said, "This is what happened." I said, "Did you email?"
No, you said, did we email?
Okay. All right.
Did we?
Okay, hang on. So she said something. So I said, "Did we email them about it?"
So I thought that's a rhetorical because I don't know if he did either. So I wouldn't know if he did. So I don't know if he was kind of asking himself. Did we email blah, blah, blah? So I just let it hang. I didn't fucking answer.
So she didn't answer. So I said, "Did we email them about it?" To
And
be
then
clearer and louder about
And then
it.
in my head, I heard him that time, and then I went, "Fuck, I didn't." And so then I was embarrassed that I didn't, and I started going, "Shit, I didn't." And so I was
then
thinking to myself,
she
and I didn't answer him.
She didn't answer me. So now, remember, this is all about communication. I've now said it twice, eloquently,
Number
clearly.
one was rhetorical, motherfucker.
Number two was as clear as I could be as a human being.
But then I was guilty and embarrassed.
So then I went, "Did we email them?" So
He did.
she peers around the corner and goes, and glares
I
at me.
really hope I didn't look like that.
You look like
That
a
was
mean
really unbecoming. Let me tell
wombat.
you.
so I went, "That's it." And that's where I got my Kindle for sure this time, went in the kids' room, crawled in bed with the kids, locked the door, and went to bed because it was shit. Utter shit. And then here's the problem with every fucking fight we have. You go right to bed.
What do you want me to do? Pace around going,
No, I lay
While
awake
you're
for
locked
hours.
in the kids' room with a
I
Kindle?
lay awake for hours, upset,
That's
trying
not
to
my
sort out-
problem. I tried to
I
get
know.
us to talk about
I
it.
know. It's a Jewish problem.
Can you please come here for a second? Come on.
Oh gosh, no, this is
Come
not
on.
what
Now
I was
your
trying
Jewish
to
mother needs to explain something. Say it.
Well, that's Jewish, and we dwell. Okay, I'm going
Okay.
out.
I'm
Okay,
so
you go back.
not. I don't dwell.
Let's go back. I think
You
it'd be good
don't
if they.
dwell. We dwell. Then we have to go into our ancestors and the past and the morning and the week before and 5 years ago and our past relationships and our mothers. And
Oh my God.
we just go so far back.
Oh, I want to die. I want to die. Thanks, sweetheart, for. Okay, I love you, Mom, very much.
So satisfying.
Okay, so
God.
so I laid
Can
awake.
she move in with us?
No. That's how.
She and I'd have a great
You know, the
time.
suicide rate of Jews throughout long has traditionally been very high, and it usually has to do with the fact that kids and Jewish boys and Jewish moms stay together way too long, and that's where you find bodies hanging from rafters. That's where whatever happened to Aunt Gertrude, and it's just like cut to the rafters. That's
Wait,
when
come here for a second.
that's when the Jewish family would stay together too long.
Okay.
And this is my pop. So we're gonna have them on a podcast
Now,
because they're
Rick,
amazing people.
You have a Jewish mother too.
I don't have this guilt thing. I
But
actually.
your mom does. My grandmother does.
Oh no, she like
Horribly.
How many Jewish mothers does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I actually don't have any idea. I'm not Jewish.
None. I'll sit in the dark.
Huh?
This is the best podcast
I
we've ever done.
told you.
Oh my God, this is so much fucking fun. Oh my God, that's amazing. Because
Can we just like?
my dad doesn't
acknowledge
have
that?
that. My dad doesn't
No,
have that
because
Jewish
he's a
guilt.
fucking gentleman.
My mom has the Jewish guilt thing, but she's better than 99.999% of any Jewish moms I know.
Okay.
She actually doesn't. She has it a little bit, but then she turns it off when she sees it happen. My mom's actually really good about that. She's actually really good. She doesn't have the Jewish guilt thing either.
No,
Like-
she doesn't.
Like she'll start it.
I think that's the
and then she
hippie
catch it.
thing,
The
though.
hippie thing knocked out the Jewish guilt thing.
Right.
The hippie trumped Jew.
yeah,
Hippie trumped Jew with my mom. My mom's more hippie than she is Jew. Hippie.
She
so,
says it's true.
so she's like
what
she was
she just
more
said.
lackadaisical.
Ask me out to dinner and have a talk with me, and I get better.
Oh, the thing about my mom is that if she's done something wrong, she gets a talk from Jenna and I, and she hates the talk so much she's on her best behavior. That's really what it comes down to.
I get that phone call saying,
Come here. We can't hear you, and I
This
want to
is
hear
we're
you.
so ridiculous doing it this way. We got to have them on.
Told you.
I'll dude you.
Come closer, because I
Come
want
right
you
here
to be
for
in focus.
for focus.
No,
Come on.
talking about that phone call where you say, "You want to have lunch?" And at first I did, and then I got the call from you saying, "Mom, let's have dinner." And I went, "Okay." And I got there a half hour early and had some wine. And you came in the restaurant and said, "Did you just have a glass of wine?"
I didn't say it like a
and
fucking
I said,
priest.
"Yeah, I sure."
Yes, you do. You talk to her like that.
For this talk.
Okay.
I know, and that's why that I said to you the other day, I want to have lunch with you, but in a non-talky way, so that you and I can just have lunch and not have it be that.
But grandmothers have to have lunch with the kids now and then
Yeah.
because I'm talking in my grandmother group, and we've all had the lunch call. So yeah,
Aw, I'm not the only one.
No,
But
it exists.
who had the best lunch with their daughter or son-in-law
of our friends, of my friends.
of your grandma group?
Well, we all had.
Which
that
one was the
same
most
lunch
painful,
call.
and which one was the least painful?
Well,
Was
mine
mo-
was probably the least painful.
That's what we're trying to say.
But
I just wanted the points. That's all.
yeah, my sister-in-laws had the call. We've all had the call. It's like this.
But aren't you glad I'm straight up with you? There's no
Well,
mystery.
No, it's not. And
Like
clear
I
things up
respect you.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, my friend had the call where at lunch, the talk, and it said, "We don't do that."
Oh.
Yeah, so that was.
See,
heavy.
I don't talk to you that
No,
way.
No, that wasn't.
I'm so
wasn't
straight
happening.
up with you.
No,
I'm so straight up with you.
really straight up. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's uncomfortable, but it's honest.
Oh, it was so uncomfortable.
I know. It was uncomfortable.
But that's why you're an amazing grandmother, because you're on your best behavior all the time. That's what you gotta do. You gotta keep them on their toes. Okay, we had a little technical difficulty, and now my mom's out, but we'll come back in. Okay, good. So, where were we? Oh, so yeah, it just got shitty. It wouldn't clear up. I still got
I was
upset.
fine. I was in a good mood. I was doing great. I was traveling. My mom turned 81. I was swing dancing with my dad. I was traveling in airports.
So yeah, she just left me in a funk in L.A.
whatever.
She just up-funked me.
I up-funked you.
She just fucking funked me up. Yeah, that was a kind of we still haven't fully sorted it out. I don't know what would sort it out. I think the thing for me that got me all for clustered was I I didn't know what was happening. Like you looked like you weren't sure. Anyway, it's not going to clear up. Why do
I'm
we
not
talk?
in the funk about it. I'm just kind
Fuck
of
it.
like,
I'm not in the funk about it either.
okay, I'll answer your communications more, and I won't ignore you even if you don't get my attention first.
Great.
See?
Fantastic, sweetheart.
I think you must have some fundamental disagreement with something with me that you haven't spotted yet. That's all.
Yeah, perhaps so.
I think you have some core disagreement with me,
Yeah.
but you haven't found it. It's buried.
Yeah, something like that.
Does that seem like?
Yeah. Yeah, because I love and admire you, and I already said I want to treat you better, but I got so cranky with that Waze thing. I don't know, fucking. Do you guys, like, does that happen to other people where you just get in a relationship, you get cranky about something, and you just can't fucking find your way out of it for a bit? Something hits you, and it sends you, and then you just can't find it, you can't navigate your way
You know what digs me
back.
out about that? What always digs me out?
Taking responsibility for your actions. Did I get that right?
Oh my God, what a good idea.
Yes, I know that.
Was Bodhi hungry?
He's always hungry. Elfmen are crazy. Elfman men are crazy if they're hungry.
It's true.
Like actually psychotic. Like where you go like, what's happening?
My
Who
dad,
are you?
my dad is the most mild-tempered human being I've ever seen. I mean, he's notorious in his group of friends of always having a smile on his face.
Yeah, he's very jolly.
Never a negative thing to say about anybody or anything. He's one
true.
of he's of another generation. He's not of this world.
Yes.
How kind he is.
That's true.
But when he's hungry, it's like
No, but it doesn't. it's not even that he gets cranky. He
oh
just
no, yeah,
gets
no,
like,
of course he gets cranky.
It's
Yeah,
like there's springs
the
flying
only
out of his ears
the only
and out
ever
of his head.
fights we ever got in
Oh, cranky.
my entire growing up was when I was either acting up and needed to go to military school or when he was hungry.
Oh.
All I had to do, there was a period of time where I worked for him when I was a teenager. All I had to do was keep him fed. For 2 years, we didn't fight.
I put on 15 fucking pounds.
He put on 15 fucking pounds.
I kept him well fed.
Uh-huh.
I was his personal assistant. I kept him well fed, and it was fine. Yeah, Elfman men, when they get hungry. So I had a thing the other day with our oldest where he was acting crazy, and I had the nanny had said he'd eaten. So I was like, well, he's just acting fucking crazy. And then we sat down, and he polished off
A ton of food.
like 3 helpings of food, and then he was an angel, and I was like, oh, because he's going through some growth spurt where
He's growing. His feet are bigger. He's like filling out.
yeah,
he's like
he's eating a lot, so he was
Yeah.
starving, and he went crazy. It's an Elfman man.
Yeah.
You like when you're hungry, you'll be like, I haven't eaten all day, and I'm
I
just
just
going.
kind of space out a little.
Yeah, I get cray cray
Yeah, you're cray. Well, maybe you were hungry.
at the Lakers game.
No, after the Lakers
That's
game,
what I mean,
which is
like-
when we fought.
Yeah,
You
that's what I'm
didn't-
thinking.
We ate right before the Lakers game. And then at halftime, you had some popcorn. That's it.
Was I hungry?
So
not
you
even
may have
realizing
been
it?
hungry.
Is that what this whole fucking thing comes down to? It's just feed the beast.
Feed the beast.
Fucking feed the beast. Yeah.
Feed the beast. Well,
in-
all right. Shut up. Yeah. I know what feed the beast means. Jesus. Parents aren't allowed to comment on that. I don't want to hear about that.
So we're gonna have my mom and dad on the podcast proper, because I think we'll have them separately because I think it could be a lot of fun. They're interesting, unique individuals that I admire a lot and love a lot, and they could be a lot of fun for us. And
Yeah.
well, I guess that concludes.
love you.
You do for real?
no, I'm just saying that because the camera's rolling.
Yeah. Okay. Good. That's kind of what I thought. Well, I love you too.
I love you.
I love you.